What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at season 1 of the most recent Pokemon anime series. So Pokemon Journeys was released on Netflix June 12th of this year, and I just recently watched the first season, so I wanted to kind of do like a review slash recap of it. Normally I don't keep up with the anime, but when I do, it really gives me like a nice nostalgic feeling, and it's usually how I decide, what my favorite Pokemon are. For example, I love Gliscor because Ash had a Gliscor and he just put in work with that thing. And Tapu Koko is a big favorite of mine because of its importance in the Sun and Moon anime. The reason I don't usually watch the anime is simply because it's made for children. It lacks like good storytelling, and it's just hard to commit to so many episodes that are very repetitive. I'm not hating on the anime, all I'm saying is that I've outgrown it, and most people my age have also outgrown it. So yeah, that's pretty much why I'm making this video, just for, other OG fans who don't feel like sitting down and watching the anime. I can fill you in, let you know what Ash is up to, so maybe I'll, say a few things that make you want to watch it. So I hope that makes sense of why I'm doing this video. I hope I'm not, offending anyone. I'm really, not hating on the anime. If you're 22 years old like I am and you just love watching the anime series, good for you. I wish I could, but there's just parts of it that I just get so bored. Right away, the first episode is really not what I was looking for. They kind of try and hit you with a nostalgia trip, but it's not the type of nostalgia I'm really looking for. They hit us with some weird origin story about how Pikachu was raised by a Kangaskhan, and then they also do the same story of Ash oversleeping for Oak's lab. Don't get me wrong, I'm Gen 1er to the bones, but please just stop doing this story. We get it. Ash slept in late and couldn't go get one of the 3 starters. What I did like about this episode though is that it introduced a new character, Go, and he has a really interesting origin story. He meets Mew around the same time Ash became a Pokemon trainer. So this 10-year-old kid was lucky enough to stumble upon a Mew that was just toying around with this Nidoking. And because of this, Go becomes absolutely obsessed with Mew, and that's pretty much his thing. He's the Mew kid. So yeah, that's episode 1. Episode 2 ended up actually being pretty solid. It sets up the series and tells us that Ash is going to be working in a lab doing some Pokemon research. So the series is already a lot different from previous seasons. Usually right away, Ash is trying to take down all the gyms in a region, but this time they are not teasing any type of gym battles so far. Ash and Go end up meeting for the first time, and they do this by stumbling upon a Lugia raid. They are mixing in raid battles to attract fans to Pokemon Go. Didn't really need to be done, but I'm not mad about it. First 2 episodes, we get some legendary action, which I really appreciate and thought it was a nice change of pace for the series. Usually a series will not feature a legendary until very later on, so I thought that was cool. Episode 3, however, was pretty boring, but we got to see a squad of Venusaurs run up on Team Rocket. Episode 4, we actually end up in the Galar region. Pretty much what the series is so far is Ash and Go, they travel to the different regions to do Pokemon research, and I still don't know how I feel about it. I mean, this episode was pretty trash. It was Scorbunny's origin story, and I want it to be good. I wanted to like it, but it was just so lame and really not worth watching. I think Scorbunny kind of just irritates me. So in episode 5, Scorbunny finds Go and tries to be his Pokemon, and Go just straight up tells the Pokemon he doesn't want him. Later on, we get to see Gigantamax Snorlax, which is visually just amazing and so much better in the anime than in game. And guess what? By the end of the episode, Go is catching Scorbunny. So he gets his first Pokemon. He decides to pick Scorbunny. Leading into episode 6, Go discovers that his Pokemon purpose is actually to catch them all. I found it to be super crazy that the slogan of Pokemon has been to catch them all, but it took 20 plus years to finally have a character in the anime who actually tries to do this. That episode and the next few are kind of fillery, but they're still entertaining. Episode 7, Ash goes to the Hoenn region and he wins a tournament, so that episode was really fun to watch, some good battles. Episode 8, they go to Sinnoh, and then episode 9, they go to Johto. So we get to see all the regions, so it's shown all region love, which is always fun. Episode 10 was one of the most shocking episodes because Ash catches a friggin' Dragonite. I thought it was so awesome and such a good change of pace once again. Ash has been grinding at this forever, but every season his skill as a trainer just resets. But in this series, it kind of seems like he kept up the momentum from being the Alola champion, and now it seems he's able to actually catch powerful Pokemon, and he doesn't really need to build up his team before he gets good Pokemon. Moving on to episode 11, it's just trash filler that I didn't really pay attention to. And then episode 12, this was such a good episode. This was actually the last episode of the first season, and it ended up being my favorite episode of the series. Ash and Go head back to Galar, where they go to witness the World Coronation Series. So this event is basically advertised as a battle between the 2 best battlers in the world. So that just gets you hyped right away. Right away, I knew it was gonna be Leon, and then I was like, okay, I don't know who he's gonna fight. But that's the type of shit I love about Pokemon, figuring out who's the best. It's all about who's being the best. One of the 2 battlers actually ended up being Lance, the man who I personally thought was the best Pokemon battler growing up, you know, the king of the dragons. And then, you know, he takes on the newcomer to the Pokemon universe, Leon. So you got the OG versus the new kid on the block kind of deal. Lance also pulls out his shiny Gyarados from the Lake of Rage, which is just a double nostalgia combo, like blasted down your throat. And Leon uses his Gigantamax Charizard to, you know, kind of showcase what the new gen has to offer. It was just an overall solid episode and a great way to end the season. Leon ended up winning, which is total bullshit, but it's whatever. So overall, I think the series is pretty decent and does a good job catering to older fans and also new fans. It's a refreshing take on the Pokemon series, and I'm really interested to see where they take it in season 2. If you guys like Pokemon content, feel free to subscribe to the channel. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later, and don't let that episode fool you. Lance is still better than Leon. I don't care what they say.